Okay, so something new here in the title screen for RiME that I have not seen in my first, what was it, like 4 or 5 hours of the game? Um, a robot thing with stone legs and like a metallic orb central body. Almost kind of looks like the little like hand droid things from Metal Gear Rising. But yeah, I guess that's gonna come into the game later. A bit of a spoiler there to put into the title screen before I actually got to see it, but hey, whatever. Wow, did you hear that sound effect? It's not doing it again, but oh well. Okay, let's just get back into it then. RiME. Continuing from where we left off in the forest level. Starting a tiny bit early for once. That's unusual for me, but hopefully I'll be able to finish this game today. If I don't finish it today, I feel like there's going to be very little of it left over for next time. The Expert 1000, hey, nice to see you again. How you doing today? For those who caught my Twitter announcement, this is a repeat, but I will have the Steven Universe video going up in like 20 minutes. I think I scheduled it for noon Pacific Standard Time. So yeah, I finished that like an hour ago, or less than that even. And that'll be going up finally. It took me way longer than I thought it would, but I've already like written most of the script for the Pink Diamond half of the Single Pale Rose content. So it's not like I've been solely working on this video I'm releasing. But yeah, I've had some writer's block issues, and then I've also started taking new antidepressant medications. What am I trying to take? Lexapro, I think? We'll see if that works, but I'm like 5 days into that, and I have felt more tired than usual, which is a pretty normal side effect from my understanding. I actually had to go off of Zoloft, like, over a year ago. I had to go off Zoloft because it was constantly making me way too tired for the entire day, like a couple months into it, and I was just like, no, I can't stick to this. Like, I may not be as depressed, but I get less done than when I was depressed because of how much like weariness. It wasn't even like tiredness even, it was like it was making my whole body weary even. I know that's a very small distinction, but it was like it was a unique form of tiredness I would label as being weary, like from the moment you wake up until you fall asleep. But yeah, we'll see how this new medication goes. Hopefully it'll help. It would be really awesome if it does. I haven't had much luck with it yet. Or with medication in general yet. I mean, the first time I ever tried it was only like a year and a half ago. Because when I had depression back in high school for like a couple of years, I kind of just waited it out, basically. Does breaking the pots actually do anything? Because it doesn't really seem to do much to break those pots. Maybe my best guess is there's probably some like achievement for breaking every single pot in the game. But other than that, it doesn't really seem to have any point for the gameplay. There's that one time I had to break the pots to clear a passageway through, but breaking those 4 that I just did seemed kind of pointless. Hearing like critter sounding footsteps. Yeah, you can kind of hear like a faint crackling footstep type sound. I wonder what that is. Oh, it's the crackling of the fire. That's what I'm hearing. I commented how the sound design is usually pretty awesome in this game, but for the fire, it really seems like they just recorded those candles that like crackle when they're lit, and that seems to be where they kind of got their source of fire sound effects from. And they're actually not the greatest, because as you just saw, I confused it for footsteps of something, and it's like very, very faint, and it's not like well integrated. It's like the first sound effect in this game that I would say isn't very good, but the sound design otherwise, on the sound effects specifically, has been really great. Music has been very hit and miss, as I've said. I've complained about the kind of somber, samey, monotonous tone to the music, but at the same time, I realized that, like, after I stopped streaming last time, I realized, like, hey, I don't actually know the plot of this game, so it might all make sense after I look back. Like, there might be a very good reason for why it's so monotonous. And speaking of the music, we're getting some, like, background vocals here. I thought I heard some, like, resonating background vocals. I'll keep my eels peeled? I'll keep my ears peeled. The water is kind of drowning out anything right now. Could have sworn I heard like some almost like female vocals or something in the background, just barely, very faintly. Or am I imagining things? Is this an endless corridor? Hold on a sec. Oh, whoa. No, it's clearly not. Okay. That was such a long corridor of repeating fountains there that I actually started wondering if that was like an infinite corridor. Oh, I like the... Ooh, whoa, that is weird. Oh no, it's not. It's just the angle. The angle the light shines through. I guess that is a little bit weird. You'd think you could see the fact that the water is super shallow and clear enough to... Yeah, that's actually a bit weird lighting-wise, then I take it back. That is weird how it's so opaque when it's at waist level, the camera, and then as soon as you go up, it's like this brilliant, like, lime green color almost. Which this is really pretty, but that's kind of a weird lighting thing. Nitpicking so much when it comes to this game. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because it is really, really, really pretty. So anytime anything kind of sticks out to me, I'm like very quick to nitpick it right away. Can we dive here? Let's dive. Yes, we can. Oh, that is a deep, 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 deep area. Got some fish finally. Nice pink fish. Swedish fish, maybe? I don't know. Probably not. Oh, we got some crystals too. I definitely was not in the ocean. Child, please go up. Ascend before you drown. There we go. Yeah, I commented on this last time. I really like the mixture of like realistic water texture mixed in with like cell shaded, like mostly for like white water and, you know, like this type of thing where there's like drips and ripples. They use cell shaded stuff to indicate that. And when it comes to the actual water texture itself, it looks like it's fairly realistic. So I like that hybrid. I like that hybrid style a lot, actually. Oh, and this area is just gorgeous. Like, oh man, I have a thing for moss, just, you know, covering walls like this. That is really pretty. I'm really liking this area. Another pool? Really? Wow. I dove super deep into one pool, emerged out, and then just dove right into another. Wait, did I backtrack? No, this is new. To swim through two pools that are very deep. I certainly hope I didn't get flipped turned upside down. I don't believe I did. No, I did not. This is definitely new. This area feels very big right away, compared to the other areas. I mean, the very first area of the game was the beach level, and I kind of got lost pretty quickly. But like I already feel like there was like a bunch of branching paths I could have taken in this zone. But maybe that's like, maybe there's a trick where it feels that way, and actually it's linear. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe they all loop around back to the beginning. Who knows? I guess I gotta ascend here. Hopefully I don't drown before I ascend. I don't know how far back it'll put me. Probably not that bad. It's been pretty generous. Oh god, the steering here isn't the greatest. Your character does not swim up or down relative to your camera angle, he just swims directly forward. If you want to ascend or descend, you have to press X or circle. I was swimming as if, like, with the assumption that the way I face the camera is the way my character would go. But that is not how the water controls work. The Expert 1000, you did say you didn't go too far ahead, but I'm just curious, do you know how much longer the game is? Like, am I about at the halfway point, would you say, or do you have no clue? Are those more shadow people? Indeed. Oh, you guys aren't running away from me this time. You're not cowards like the other shadow ghosty folks were. In fact, you are an obstacle. Okay then, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get rid of them. That is really pretty. I'm glad the light, I complained at a different part of the game earlier that the lighting on our character didn't change when we went into a dark zone. I'm glad when there's like an intense beam of light, though, that our character, you know, gets engulfed in it properly. Although I do gotta say that I am standing about, what is that, like a foot off the ground? So that's a little weird, but hey, video games do that a lot. Can't really fault it here because of how, oh god, because of how common it is in pretty much any game to have floating character models on sloped surfaces. I don't know enough about game design to know why that's such a common, like, issue, but yeah, like, games have a hard time, apparently, you know, fixing that. Alright, right, they're afraid of light, of course, so... they're dead. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go. They're probably not dead, they probably just, like, ran away. It's actually hard to tell if exposing them to light killed them or not. I think it just, like, I don't think it vanquished them. I think it kind of just banished them out of the area. Oh, this is new. Oh, this is all okay. It is bad to get near them, apparently. They are evil now. Oh, holy shit, look at our character. He was like gray and okay, hold on, I want to get hit by that again. Okay, whack me. Yeah, our skin is turning like, yeah, look, that is zombie-esque. Holy moly. That is not what I expected. Jeez. And then the color comes back to our face, and yeah. Woof, okay. It's not very frightening, of course, because the shadow person isn't moving from their locale at all. Hold on, did I just... yeah, I went the wrong way. Yeah, they're not, like, chasing after me, it seems. So, it's not... it doesn't really feel like a threat. Is this one also gonna turn into one of them? Yep, okay. Well... yeah, they don't seem to move, so I guess it's fine. It's kind of weird. Maybe we'll see more later, and maybe those will actually chase after us or something. Jeez, this area feels really, really big. After playing this game, actually, I really got like a craving to play Breath of the Wild. I haven't played it yet. I've seen it, I don't know, like maybe 5 hours of gameplay of it. And oh, our fox is back. Cool. So I don't have too much of it spoiled or anything. I have like very small bits and pieces of it spoiled, and really, Breath of the Wild doesn't really feel like one of those games where you really have to care too much about spoilers. Like, the appeal of it is the just kind of wander around the landscape aspect. So unless you watch like an entire playthrough, I really don't think I'm ruining it for myself. That I know like the major plot beats. It's a very simple story. But yeah, basically, I didn't have like a strong urge to. I don't have a Switch, I should clarify, but I never had a strong urge to play Breath of the Wild until actually this game. And for some reason, this is really making me want to play Breath of the Wild. So, something about a game like this, but, you know, more open world and expansive with, like, actual combat and, like, more creatures would be really cool. Although, that's actually my biggest criticism of Breath of the Wild when it first came out, is, it doesn't have that many monsters in it. Like, the assortment of enemies you fight is pretty small. Most of what you fight seems to just be those goblin things over and over and over. If Breath of the Wild had, like, an enormous bestiary to it, it had, like, an enormous amount of fauna and hostiles and whatnot, like, I would probably have given in and bought a Switch. I think the one thing that made me kind of feel okay about passing on it is because it did feel a little bit repetitive. Like the dungeons you do, or the temples rather, the temples you do that are all, you know, like blue and Tron-like. Those all felt relatively repetitive, and like I said, the core combat as well. So that was the main reason I was like, I'm fine. I mean, the other reason I don't have a Switch or Breath of the Wild is because I'm poor and don't have the money to, like, you know, get another system right now. I would rather use that money on something else, like paying my student loans. Hey, look, jars in the sand, a trophy. I just talked about getting a trophy for breaking pots, and here we go. Alright, what is happening here? Oh. It's another story beat. Oh, it's the keyhole thing that I mentioned earlier. Okay. The royalty aspect of this game is really reminding me of Teslagrad. And it's like the settings for these two games could not be more different, so it's kind of weirding me out whenever I see like the king with the classic like European crown. It's really like weirding me out because it really feels like we're, I don't know, in like a Mediterranean region or something. I mean, we're dressed kind of like in like Greek attire, so, but I don't know. This game is giving me like a Mediterranean or Caribbean vibe or something like that. So like seeing such a European king is a little weird to me, but mostly it's just because it reminds me of the game Teslagrad, which I streamed, which, like I said, that's like based in like a city. God, Teslagrad started so good and then just kind of dropped the ball halfway through. Had really boring bosses too. Teslagrad is a puzzle platformer. And I bought it for like 99 cents on Steam, which still worth it, but man, it had so much potential that it kind of just didn't live up to. Ooh. What do we got here? There's an item that will make the ghosts scared of me. Or it's just emitting light. I'm not sure what. Maybe I'll get a bead or something. What do we got here? Oh, that's the, like, the sentinel type thing from the title card. The menu screen, rather. Not the title card, the menu screen. I think that's what those are. They're huge, apparently. They're like, what is that, like 15 feet tall or something? Like 3.5 meters. Oh yeah, here it is. Here's this orb. Triangle. Whoa! Okay, it explodes into a flash of light. Wow. That is quite the visual effect. It's a lot brighter than I thought it would be. It is nearly blinding. Like, to the player. Oh crap, I wasn't fast enough. Ah, crap, we're gonna have to run all the way back now. I personally, like, hate it when video games have, like, a flashbang type thing, you know, where there's a bright burst of light, because, I don't know, I just don't like the effect it has on my eyeballs. So, like, that's almost bad enough to make me wince, but not quite. But, I don't know, it's a pet peeve of mine. It's just because I don't like to have my eyeballs strained, I guess, by bright flashes when I'm playing games. Can I pet the fox? I guess I'm just laughing at it or something. Okay. Expert 1000 says the orbs will be very useful in the future. I'd imagine they're the central puzzle element to this entire area. Or potentially even every area beyond here. I'm assuming there's like the puzzle aspects of this game build on each other as they go, instead of just like one area is this, one area is that. I would imagine they all kind of add up. Okay, so speaking of puzzle elements, there's this key door here. So I'm gonna have to assume make a flash of light, so so something will cast a shadow and open up the door somehow, something like that. Hold on, let's figure this out. What can I interact with here? Anything? Trying to figure out what is interactable. What can I do? Okay, so I could stand on this, trigger the thing. Theoretically, that will cast a shadow of myself onto that. Then there's this thing right here, which is the shape of that thing, but how do I move this? I don't think I can. I'm a weak little child. Right, so, what does that mean? Why is the fox here? Alright, well, let's try it out, I guess. Let's try some stuff out. Grab it. Grab it. Thank you. Okay. Can I actually can't get up there while I'm holding this, so, How do the thing? What do? Actually, I have no idea what to do right now for this puzzle. Shoot. Can I just jump over these? Can I just, like, climb up these roots, please? No? Oh, jeez. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what. The Expert 1000? Yeah, feel free to give me assistance at this point. I feel like I'm missing something really obvious, but I'm not sure what it is. I clearly have to cast shadows or something. But is this center thing interactable? Like, how do I feel like I have to trigger something for something to rise up in the center here. Oh, put the orb in the center. Doi. Okay. I thought I tried that when I first got here, but this game has finicky kind of buttons, so maybe I just didn't align it quite right. Could have sworn I tried it. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, Skyfire Dragon. Hello. So that wasn't even a puzzle yet. Maybe it'll be a puzzle later. I thought I'd have to cast some shadows and stuff, but I guess not yet. That room does connect to like 4 different passageways, so I would imagine we'll come back there later. I'm a little peeved how I'm pretty sure I tried to put the orb in the center the very first time I got into the room, but I didn't do it quite right, and then I didn't try it again. Note to self: try everything twice and make sure you like hold the button and align properly and whatnot, because I definitely did not. Okay. So is this electric fog? Is that what I'm looking at here? If so, that's pretty cool. Okay, what's the deal with this area? We use the light on the sentinel. This is what that's telling me. The sentinel's right here? Oh, it's not electric fog, it's the zap. That's the sentinel, and those are the zaps from it. So we place it into... Yeah, okay, that's the power source for it, I guess. Or not. Or not. I didn't even realize what I was looking at, though, at first. Can we, no? Alright, that one's out of commission. I guess let's go find another one. Whoa, camera. That's interesting, okay. I actually put it into the orb next to this one, but this one's legs moved. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Let me grab... I bet we'll need another, so I may as well grab it preemptively. Put you in here? No? No? What, is there anywhere I can... No? Okay. Weird. Oh, I can still throw these, so that's nice. Oh god, I can easily lose this if I'm not careful. There's a lot of roll physics on this. There's a lot of roll physics. Okie doke. So I guess the reason this was on these guys were on the menu screen is because this area introduces these ones to us. So it wasn't really a spoiler had I kept playing, but because I stopped right when I got to this area last time, I did get spoiled a little bit just from the menu screen. I don't really like it when video games do that. I don't like it when video games have things on the menu screen that you haven't gotten to yet. A lot of games do it to like a mild degree. And usually it doesn't matter that much, but in a game where like in a game as devoid of plot as this one, where like you're clinging on to every little bit of mystery, you know, it feels important to keep that kind of stuff hidden. Okay, he's just gonna smash open the roots and gonna tuck her right out. Okay, this is weird. This is very weird. What? Is he telling me the solution to the puzzle? Telepathically? Or something? So grab a head, put it on the block, move it around, make some robo-friends later or something? Or is he showing me images of the past? Is the twist that I have like amnesia and I've been here before? Or is he like, what is the form of communication happening here? Is he showing me images or is it more like portraying that I don't know. I have a lot of questions. I guess I'll just wait and find out what that was all about. Like, did my character actually see those images of myself doing stuff? Like, was it like some kind of weird telepathic link? Or did my character see images of the past, implying I was here before and now have amnesia or something? Or did none of that happen and that was just a visual representation of what we as the player need to know to progress, but the actual stuff that occurred between these two characters in universe like was much more abstract than the images themselves? I don't know. That was weird. Alright, Robo-Boy's dead. We just met him and he's already dead. I didn't really have much of an emotional attachment to him, so him dying really doesn't quite touch on any emotions. And yeah, here we go. These actually chase you. Literally said that would happen, so I called that one. Some nice noises, I guess. They could be scarier, but it's not really going for full horror, obviously. Oh, shoot. Shit. And when they grab you like that, you can't jump. So, I almost want to die to see what the death animation would be like, but my bet is honestly the screen just goes black or you just fall down or something boring like that. Well, let's try it. Let's try it just to know. Show me what you got. Yeah, you just fall down. That's it. Alright. I always enjoy games that have, like, elaborate custom death animations. Or, not the games necessarily, but I always enjoy that, you know, when that happens. It's always fun. Oh god. That one actually caught me off guard. But yeah, unfortunately, this game does not seem to have any custom death animations of any kind. Like, when the bird got you, it just kind of flew away and the screen went black, and when you fall, the screen just goes black, and when you succumb to these, the screen just goes black, so... So... where is the light source to get rid of them, then? I don't think I missed it. Did I? Oh, jeez. Okay. I guess I'll do a once-over of this area, just to make sure I didn't miss anything, but I'm pretty sure there was nothing in this room. Actually, I'm not that sure. It's very easy. I overlooked something. Oh, it's right there. For Pete's sake, I did overlook it. I went to kill myself and didn't actually examine this area on the left enough. Alright. Can we just, like, toss it? I'll trigger you guys. Yep. Oh. I think this is probably a hidden room to get some kind of collectible. Since it is right here, let's just go ahead and do it. Oh, no, never mind. It's a stone slab. Never mind. Whoopsie. Oh, they respawn. That's good to know. So I don't kill them, I just temporarily banish them with a light. Okie doke. Well, I can't jump while holding this, so... How does this work? Do I have to grab it? Oh, I can't grab it while he's draining me, though. Okay, what's all this, then? Do I have to, like, lead him away? And then once he's led away, then I, trigger it? That seems to be the case. Alright. Sure. We did not bring that one to life, unfortunately. That robo-friend. But that's fine, because we still progressed. Or did we? Uh-oh. I would like to progress, please. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go, okay. Whew. Crap, another one of this. Another one of this. Life draining. Another one of this? I can't speak today, apparently. I'm saying the wrong words all the time. I'm kinda tired. I did sleep, but I woke up at like 2 AM because I went to bed really early because my sleep schedule's been all over the place. So I did get sleep, but the sleep I got was like a while ago, so I guess by like normal standards it'd probably be like evening already. So that's probably why I'm feeling kind of tired. That, and I just spent a lot of time video editing. Okay, so is there anything to actually use this orb of light on? Oh, I have to use it here, and then I have to climb up, I bet. Or, I don't know, whatever. I can't jump while holding onto it either way, so may as well use it. Alright, jump! Cool. That worked. And, jeez, there's a lot of these guys. Woof. Oh, crap. Go, 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 go! Are they even chasing me? They're not even chasing me. I was acting as if I had to urgently move as fast as possible. They weren't even after me. It didn't matter. Alright, can we, like, put you inside here or something? No? Yes? Yes? No? No. No robo-friend. No more robo-friends for us. Not yet, at least. What is up there? Is that where I'm supposed to go, or is that like a collectible? Yeah, I guess let's find out. What's the deal over here? What's the deal? Like, in order to do this, I have to, like, clear them out and then probably, like, run here before they respawn. But if I have to do all this just to get, like, it is just a collectible. It is indeed just a collectible. Well, let's see if I can do it on try one, and if not, I'll just give up. Okay. So that got most of them. Now let's waddle through the water. And, oh, they're already back. Holy crap. Oh wow, they recover really fast. Okay, maybe I have to come back later to collect that then. Jeez. It's quite a tonal shift. Back to the peaceful area. Oh, and I hear our foxy friend beckoning us. There you are. Is this actually... Can I dive into this pond? Or is it shallow? Nope. Not letting me dive. That was awkward. Apparently my child cannot climb something that is curved. Climbing on this curved surface is impossible. You'd think with all the rock climbing skills I have, when there's just mild gaps in like, you know, vertical slabs, you'd think I'd be able to just hoist myself up, even though that's a bit curved. But no. No. Alright. What do we got here? I really think the visual markers for where you can climb and where you can't are a little overdone at this point. On the beach level, they were kind of okay. Because, one, they did kind of look like bird poop, and two, it was like, beach cliffs tend to be eroded and stuff. But, like having these white markings be everywhere, constantly, throughout the whole game, it's like, eh. Wish they kind of settled for something else to delineate climbability. Or just alternatively, make everything that's, like, a ledge climbable, so therefore you don't need to be told what you can climb, because you can climb anything. You know what would be really cool to is have like a game like a mix of this and Mirror's Edge or something like that. Have like a parkour based game that's like also a walking simulator, adventure, exploration, puzzle thing, you know? So like you do all this kind of stuff. You walk around, you see cool environments, you solve puzzles, but along the way, instead of just, you know, kind of standard climbing, you do like crazy parkour style running through the environment as well. I haven't seen too much of that, or I haven't seen any of that really. Like again, mentioning Assassin's Creed, but that doesn't count. It's not really what I consider exploratory parkour. It's like that Assassin's Creed doesn't interest me whatsoever. Hello guys. What are you protecting here? A tree, a red tree. There's a key here, a key slot rather. So okay. So I can put a ball of light here if I had one. I don't see one. There's a door here that I assume will eventually open. Many paths, and I'm not sure where to go. Oh, hello. Where did that go and what did that do? I guess it opened that door, I would imagine. Yeah. That is what that did. And is it gonna close behind me if I wait long enough, or? No, it's just open. Oh wait, hold on, or was it always open? Hold on, what is happening? I am confused. What does this do? What is this triggering? So it goes in here and opens the door, but then it closes like immediately. I am very confused. And the expert 1000 left, so nobody's here to help me now. I have to figure this all out on my own. Or with the help of YouTube or something, of course. It's like the Giving Tree illustration right here, I guess. Okay. Well, this is the fish thing that produces the ball. I just noticed, but it's not producing one. What if this triggers that ball to be produced? Let's see. Whoa! Okay. Teleportation. Oh, wow. Okay, I did not expect for this game to have friggin' teleportation rooms. Well, I'm glad I kept fussing around with that, because wow. Whew, okay, this society gets more advanced as it goes, and I can see more and more why they went extinct. And it's because they have doors that disappear after use. They also have doors that lead you to a completely different area. It's just a recipe for disaster. Like, they apparently had advanced door technology as like one of their prime goals of invention, and I would not be surprised if they all went extinct simply because they killed themselves from the ridiculous things their doors could do and the ridiculous manner in which their doors operated. But yeah, okay, wow. What do I do now? Okay, so that rotates that. Jeez, I'm still amazed at the fact that this is a game mechanic. Jeez. Okay, so let's move on here. Alright. Empty room. That's weird. I didn't expect to get trolled either. And I came out of there, so out of that little doorway, I think. So I guess we just explore all the big rooms? Yeah? Okay. Oh. Cool. So there's that tree. And we open up a sunroof, kill the monsters, give the tree some light. Sweet. Oh, there's a robo head at the base of it. What does that imply? I'm not sure what that implies. Okay, I can't go down there from up here. Oh. Let's go. How do I get to over there, by the way? I don't think I can make that jump. Yeah, I don't think no, definitely can't make that jump. Oh, and there's the key. Sweet. Well, that's this puzzle sorted out. That kills me? Really? That should not kill me. So hold on, was this just an elevator? I think I'm an idiot. This wasn't teleportation, this was an elevator. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, no, okay, it really feels like you teleport but I'm pretty sure it's just a really fast elevator that has, like, no sense of acceleration to it. Yeah, there's like a weird... Okay, so there's like a weird sound cutout. Like, listen, the sound cuts out for like a split second, or actually a fraction of a second. There it is. You see that? It's like... I think it's just the game loading. But that, like, brief sound cutout, the speed this moves at, the fact that there's, like, no sense of acceleration or deceleration really makes it seem like you teleport up to the top level. But no, I'm pretty sure this room just acts as an elevator, which is much more in line with, I don't know, the sort of game this is, I guess. I guess since they have, like, sentient robot automaton technology, they could have teleportation technology too, but it would make more sense if this is just a really fast lift. Nah, I don't know. Whatever. It's a weird room, regardless of what exactly is happening there. If that is an elevator, that is the weirdest goddamn elevator I've ever been in a video game, or in anywhere. Alright, I have the key. I collected the key. Please place the key. There we go. Okay, what did that allow for? Just put down the barrier, I guess. Oh, okay. We gave the tree sunlight, we gave the tree water, and I guess the tree photosynthesizing is gonna trigger this robot somehow. It is a weird marble tree though, so to be fair. Oh, look at that goop. Didn't expect the blue goop. Is this implying that the robots are given life from these trees? Like, are the robots birthed from these trees? Because if so, that's kind of interesting. I'm not sure. Because, I mean, they're clearly not natural trees. They have, like, a marble trunk, and their leaves were, like, this weird shade of red. It wasn't even shades of red. It was, like, one single monotone shade of red. Okay, so I got this doodad. Oh, right, there was a thing I could place it on. Where was it? Over here? Yeah, over here. Okay, so that acted as just... okay, that simply acts as an activation thing. I thought we'd have a more promising future for this golden orb. But no, it just acts as like a door activation. But hey, we got the movable block, at least. Probably will need this. Or maybe not. Okay, I'll just leave that be then, for now. Yeah, I guess we'll come back to that. We'll come back to it later. Can't climb over this. Oh, video game barriers. They really could have just made this thing occupy the entire door frame. It really feel. I know it's like thorny, but I still really feel like if there was a thorn bush of this sort in real life, I'd be able to cross that. Might get a little hurt, but like, it's fine. Nothing will be as bad as Dark Souls 2, where the whole gate that keeps you from the gate that you need like a massive amount of souls, or like the souls of like 4 kings or whatever it was for, like is like 10 feet tall. It's like, really, this is what the whole first half of the game is for. It's for crossing a 10-foot tall, like, wall, guys, really. You can just get, like, a ladder, or you can just climb the tree that's next to the gate and just hop right over, really. Okay, if I remove this, will the door close? Yes, it will. Ah, I see. Maybe I can push this into the door, and the door will stay open? I don't know, we certainly can't push it this way. So let's push it that way. I could be totally wrong. But there's not... Nope, that seems to be it. Yep. That puzzle was very easy because the amount of space you could move that block to and from was very limited. It's like, well, this is the only thing within range that I can possibly do with it. Probably be a whole lot harder if I was able to move that block, like, you know, all the way across the map. Alright, what is this gonna do? Oh! Wow, okay. Just crush the vines. The bramble. I don't know what I expected. Honestly, I was like, is it gonna light on fire for some stupid reason? No, of course not. But like, for some reason, I didn't think of the door just closing and crushing the vines. Like, it's so simple and obvious, but for some reason my mind didn't go to that at all. Alright, are we near the first area of this zone? Where, like, I speculated about the shadows and whatnot? No, we're not. I don't know where we are, actually. Oh, there's a thing up there. Well, here we go. Okie doke. Whoa. Ah, cool. This mechanic from earlier levels. Sweet. Whoa. Okay. All right. Now where do we go? Ooh. Oh. Okay. Voice magnifier. I'm liking the flow of puzzles in this level a lot more than like level 1 or 2. I like it's like the puzzles are all easy, but it's like go 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 kind of, like a bunch of easy puzzles in a row instead of them feeling very far apart. So it's like a nice flow. It feels like part of one larger, you know, solution. Like it's a bunch of little puzzles for the purpose of getting through this temple overall. It's like nice pacing relative to the first 2 levels, which really didn't feel like they had much of a pacing element to the puzzles in the first place. Anyway, we brought the core to life. So, what do you do, core? I guess you can get a robot from a tree, and then you bring it to life through this machination. This is really, really neat. Okay, let's figure out where I'm supposed to go before I just randomly move it around. Okay. Let's put it on that block then. That's like the only place it looks like that would trigger anything. These sounds are cool, but they can definitely get annoying if they keep happening over and over and over. Yeah, there we go. Alright. moving our robo head to new frontiers. Not sure exactly where yet. But clearly I have to get this robo head, I think, to the part where I speculated about lining up the shadows properly. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying this level so far. Feels very large, feels like... It felt open-ended at the start. It's really not. It actually, I think, is very linear. But there's like an illusion of open-endedness to it when you start it. Like, it felt like there's a ton of different pathways you could go through. But I do think that's mostly an illusion, I would imagine. I'm not going to test that out, because that's not worth my time, but... I'm not mad about it being an illusion or anything. It was cool to at least have that illusion as opposed to the first two levels, which felt very, very linear. Alright. So... we attached it to a crane. Oh, it's gonna put it onto the legs. You can see the legs right there. This is the operating line for robot construction. Will all be a son of a gun. We're at the never mind. That doesn't make any sense. I was about to say DMV, but the DMV is not where cars get made, so I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Scratch that. But yeah, we're about to make ourselves a robo. This weird lift slash teleporter slash whatever the hell. I don't know. Okie doke. Here we go. Bam. I removed the camera just because one, I'm not feeling it, and two, this game has like no HUD elements. It has like it's just like a puzzle exploration game. So because there's like nothing on the screen outside the gameplay, I felt like it's more like thematically appropriate to not have face cam anyway. Plus, I just don't feel like it. But also, if a game has like a really clean design like this, I feel like it's almost against the point of the game to have a face cam then. Like, this game doesn't have any text bubbles or speech bubbles, you don't have like an inventory you pull up, there's nothing of that sort. There's no combat, obviously.
Hey.
Oh, and as far as the game's quality so far, it's like, I'd say it's kind of middling. It's okay. It's been fairly fun so far. I got it for free on PS Plus, and like, don't regret getting it for free, that's for sure. But like, it looks really pretty, but it doesn't quite like do enough to stand out from like other games of its kind, really, in my opinion. Like, I've compared the game a lot to Journey, and like Journey is just way better in every way. I haven't played Ico, but I imagine Ico is probably a better game than this as well. But it is a very pretty game. It's a nice chill game, that's for sure. Okay, what am I supposed to do right now? I've made my robot. I'm not sure what it wants me to do. Oh, okay, we can trigger it to... What is that? What does that orange glow mean? Does it mean anything? Is it supposed to like destroy a door for me? Robo? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do right now. Okay, what? I mean, I guess we can place the block back on the middle section. But no, I already activated that and it didn't really... What does it want me to do? Okay, I guess... Guess let's just try everything until I figure it out. Robot, why are you still over there? Can you please follow me? Yes? What about this door? If I pop this right here, will you do anything to the door? Oh. There we go. I am really confused what I'm supposed to do. Can we go back where we came from? I guess we can just go back here. Right? Will the robot follow me? Robo. Robo, please. It just like looks at, it just does the Blair Witch thing where it just looks at a wall and just like... So if you press triangle, your character yells, for those who didn't catch the first stream session. I'm trying to yell at my robot, but my character just makes grunting noises. I'm so lost as to what the objective is. Oh, it follows the light. It doesn't follow me unless I have the light. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I finally got it. God, that took me so long. Okay, so what if I... Shit, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to throw it, but I accidentally activated it. Okay, so what if we toss the thing? Can we toss this? Can we, like, throw it? Hiya! Okay, that didn't really account for much, did it? I want to, like, toss it over, up that way? No? Oh my god. Oh my god. Please throw it. Okay, apparently I cannot toss it over that way to make him follow me. I can't jump while holding this. And he's not gonna follow me if I don't have it. What does it want from me? What do you want from me, game? Can I, like, even descend? Are these vines, like, grabbable or anything? No. Okay. Very important X, you are not early today. In fact, a bunch of people came in about an hour late today. That's pretty funny. No, I've been playing for about an hour, and I'm about halfway through the game, I have to assume. I'm not fully sure. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do, though. If anybody knows what obvious thing I'm missing. All the solutions in this game so far have been very, very, like, obvious, but they're also, like, potentially kind of easy to miss, so... Alright. So now we're on the top floor. Does that help me with anything? I don't think so. This was just how we were supposed to put the robot together. Oh, hold on. Hold on, I'm supposed to take the box to the top floor. But if I remove the box from here, the door closes, right? Yeah, so does that mean if the robot stands on this block, does the robot keep the door open, or... Hold on. I may... Yeah, he does! He does! Okay. So I have figured out what to do. Cool. Only took me, like, forever. There we go. Puzzle solved. A lot of this game's puzzles, on this level at least, the puzzles in level 1 and 2, this is technically level 3, on 1 and 2 they've been like very kind of straightforward and isolated. This level has kind of more integrated puzzles, it feels like, where one kind of leads into the next, and so far the thing that's been kind of like the hint is literally just like look around and see what you haven't interacted with yet. So like, the only reason I realized what to do here is because it's like, well, there's a giant emblem on the ground up here that I haven't interacted with like I have with those two down there, so therefore that must be what I have to do. It's like a very simple process of elimination of like, well, what haven't I done yet that can clearly be interacted with in this area? Alright, what's happening here? Our robot is walking off. Where are you heading to? Alright, what are you gonna do about this then? He's looking around, looking down, looking left, looking right. Okay, I think he wants me to do something about this. I thought he was just gonna, like, I don't know, beam into the doorway and open it or something, but no, I'm supposed to open it for him, so... let's figure out how to open this doorway. It's just a crank. Crank? Lever? Crank? I don't know, whatever. It's just one of those, that's all it was. It's not even a puzzle, that's just like a go open it for him. It's very out of the way, that's all. Okay, what's he gonna do now? He's gonna smash through the bramble thicket that I couldn't smash through before? Yeah. Man, that step down was really cool. I liked how his hips like widened. Let him stomp through the mud. Stompy McStomperson over here, just destroying all the brambles. This is what they made the robots for. They made him to trample through all the overgrowth, apparently. I'm being facetious. The society that's now gone clearly made him for some other reason that I'm actually not sure what the reason is. Okay, dude, what do you want now? This is another room I've been in before, but now I have a robo-friend. Oh. He's just gonna open the lift for me. Or the teleporter? I'm still not sure. Like, if this is a lift, it's the fastest fucking elevator ever. And like I've already said tons of times, there's like no acceleration, there's no deceleration. As soon as the door closes, we're like up to the next level. It feels like a teleporter that makes us go to the next floor up. But I feel like it's working like an elevator. It's just the way it loads in and the way the music cuts out, it really feels bizarre. Anyway... what am I supposed to do up here? Hold on, hold the phone. Oh god. Oh god, I almost fell off. Okay, what does it want me to do? This is the only doorway I haven't been through. Can I, like, jump? No. I cannot. Game says no. Does it just want me to jump up here and take the shiny? Seems like it. Oh, and then we have these shadow people again. So I guess just... kill them? And, what was the point of that exactly? Oh, lowering this thing, I think opened this door. Okay. And then we gotta place another one of those glowing balls onto that pillar to open the next door. I'm just guiding this robot through areas I've already been. This isn't really much of a puzzle. It's more like a walk through these areas again. With Robo-Friend in tow. Alright, let's destroy some more thickets. They kind of look like pretzels a little bit. Very skinny pretzels. Stomp, stomp, stomp. What is it now, robot? What is it now? I actually have no idea what he wants at this point. You're just waiting for me? Was he just waiting? Seems unnecessary. Alright, are we on the same page now? Or was I not supposed to jump off where I jumped off? I'm a little befuddled here. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he's just waiting for me to platform. Because apparently I can't climb sloped surfaces, I guess. Whoop! Crap. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Am I gonna have to redo... fudge. I'm gonna have to walk all the way back up. I really wish my player character could climb a sloped surface, because then I wouldn't have to go the long way around. Oh well. Alright, this time let's not leap off to the left. Let's try to just go straight up, please. There we go. The controls in this game are a little bit fiddly. And it has that kind of weird, like, button press thing to it, where you have to, like, sometimes hold a button a little bit for it to activate, rather than tapping it. Like, if you tap a button really quickly, sometimes it doesn't really do the function it's mapped to. It's kind of like the climbing feels a lot like Shadow of the Colossus feels when you're climbing, like, the environment rather than monsters, is how probably I would compare it. I made a lot of assessments of what the game feels like last stream when I played it for the first time. Alright. We are just going through, like... We're gonna be... Man, how far are we from our destination? We've been stomping around for a while now. Oh. Okay. Is this it? Is this it? Is this where we're finally supposed to go? And there's our fox friend. It looks like they know each other a little bit. Or he's just very confused by the fox. One or the other. No, it looks like they're pals. It looks like they're pals. Did that robot just roar at the tower? What? Excuse me, I was drinking water. I was drinking water and I didn't see where the robot ran off to. I assume he just went straight. Yeah, there's his stompy footsteps. There he goes. Fox is like telling me to go run after him. This is a pretty area. I'm liking the what are those, lilies? Water lilies? I'm not sure. I'm no botanist. A zoologist, technically. I have a zoology degree, but I'm no botanist. My botany knowledge is terrible, honestly. Okay, so there was a collectible over here. Oh god. Freaking shadow people and the... So these shadow people like drain my soul or something, because I become like weird and zombie looking for a while if they get me. And if you like wait too long, obviously you just die and respawn. Alright. So last time I tried to get it, they would spawn too quick. Like by the time I'm over here, they would respawn already. This time they're not respawning though. I don't know why, but for whatever reason they're not respawning as much as they were last time, so now I can get the item. Just one of these collectibles. That's a dumb puzzle, because yeah, like I said, I went through this entire area without the robot, so we're leading him back to the start of the level. But last time when we killed the shadow people, they respawned super quickly, and now they didn't. That's like not a good. That's not a good puzzle or interactive element. Like there's not more light here than there was before. There's not like any difference. The robot's already gone, and they still haven't come back. So it's like the game just chose that. Like now I can get the item, even though logically it makes no sense why that would be the case. Whatever. It's fine, I guess. Okay. Woof. Okay. What should I do here? Oh yeah. There's a way around, I think. Right? Is there a way around? Robot, do you want to help at all, or... like... Okay, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. Whoop. Oh my god. Finicky platforming here. There we go. Where is the light source or whatever? Do I even... is there even one? There's one over here. There we go. So I assume you can't jump while you have it, but I would imagine you can drop down while holding onto it. Yep. Alright. Yeah, a lot of this game honestly doesn't feel very like... God damn it. A lot of this game is just very like... go through the area type deal. Like none of this I would qualify as a puzzle at all. It's just like walk through the area. And it's nice, it's pretty looking, but it's not very engaging. Especially when it takes this long. And like it's kind of repetitive mechanics with the find a light thing and blast it, you know. What am I even supposed to... am I supposed to go all the way back and get the same one? And use it again? Ah, god damn it. Please stop. Don't drain my child of essence. Oh, there's one right here, okay. But yeah, that's like the game's really pretty, but the more you play, the more these sorts of criticisms, like, occur, basically. Like, the more and more kind of, tepid like mediocre experience comes to light as you play. Like, it's not a bad game, but it's a very unremarkable game outside of how pretty it is at times. Like, this is really pretty right here. This is like beautiful. I love the water texture. I love the mix of cell shading and realistic water texture. I've said that like 10 times already, but it's so great. The lighting up there looks amazing. That is some gorgeous lighting. Like, really nice set pieces now and then, but like overall the experience just kind of fails to really leave an impression at the end of the day, kind of thing. Like, the game hasn't managed to be greater than the sum of its parts yet. And some parts have been really bad. Last stream there was a bird level, and the bird, it's like a bird pterosaur enemy thing that was like the main antagonist of that level, and it just wasn't well handled at all. It was really awkward, it was really bad. The tension was bad. The way you kind of killed it was awkward because the music didn't know what it wanted to do. So the game looks really cool in small segments, but like as you keep playing it, it's like it's not like really gripping me or anything. Like the thing that still I enjoy the most is simply its aesthetic. When it does it right, it looks really cool. And then there's like weird things though where it does like awkwardly, like for example, like the amount of light on my character, right? Like, again, this happened before where you go into a dark area, right? Like this. There's like this, it's like pure blackness around me, and my character's still pretty brightly lit. My cape is still like a fluorescent, like orange. Like, why didn't they change the lighting on the character when you enter a dark area like this? They're pretty good about the lighting when there's a light source, but when there's a lack of light source, like your character just maintains their default palette. And it's like very weird. Like there's tons of little tiny. It's the opposite of attention to detail. There's like a lack of attention to detail in specific key parts. Not like always, just in specific moments. There's this one time where the wind was blowing a certain direction and my character's cape was fluttering the opposite direction, which was really funny. And they put a lot more effort into like the environments than they did the character model. Although the robot so far has been really cool, but like my main character has been kind of like, well, whatever. I don't think I was supposed to grab this. Alright, so here we go. Where are we at? Hey, Robo. What's up? What's the haps? What's the deal? I'm not sure exactly. Oh, there's a bunch of broken ones in here. I believe I'm supposed to put a light doodad on top of there. Oh. The fox kind of goes where you're supposed to and starts barking at you if you take too long to do something. It's really loud, but I don't even see it. Where is it? Where is the fox right now? I'm actually not seeing it. It's kind of weird, because a lot of times the fox will be barking really loudly, but you can't see it anywhere near you. Anyway, we're probably supposed to make him go over here, and he'll trigger something. Yeah, here we go. Cool. Alright, now please stay there. Good. Good, robot. No, no, robot! No, no! Robot! Robot. What are you doing, robot? What are you doing? What are you doing here? What are you doing? I almost had it. I almost put the thing in the thing. Why you gotta move away? Alright, please stay. 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 I swear to God, robot, if you— I swear to God, robot! Mother— ah. What is his deal? Or am I missing something here? There have been elements of the game where it's like on a timer, and this feels like it might just be one of those. But if so, that's really stupid. Well, since he's on that platform over there for now, I guess let's just go up here then. Wait, hold on. I thought those were stairs, but those are actually in the wall. That's hilarious. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, robot, come here then. If you refuse to stay where I want you to stay, then at least stand over here. And here we go. Here come the stairs. Good. Alright, now what? Okay. I guess let's get rid of that. I'm clearly supposed to deliver the ball to that pedestal first, then I fuse it. But the robot wasn't cooperating, so I thought, why not? I'll give the other thing a try first. Which was dumb of me, because no. I just wasted time. Great, okay. So let's do this all over again, because the robot refuses to keep his ass in place. I Caught Fire once provided an interesting comment on the fact that your character's lighting doesn't change while the environment gets darker. He says that it's probably just that the textures are dark rather than the lighting source changes. Which, yeah, that's probably exactly what happened. It's a pretty good. Oh my God, what is up with this part of the game? For fuck's sake. Oh, you know what? Hold on, can we have two of these at once? Okay, so I think I can throw this if I hold... yeah, I can throw that. If I take another, will it, like, make... it does make the first one disappear. Shit, then I don't know what the deal is. Am I missing something here? Like...
We're all born to die!
Civilized elk has followed. Who the hell are you? Civilized elk? What? This better not be another Luxonite alt account. I hope not. Okay, is this literally just like run fast? Oh my God. It really seems like it's a run fast issue. But if so, that's some crap. Hold on, we can climb up here directly, right? So like, am I missing something? Like, I really wish I was missing something, but I don't think I am. Like, is this just bad game design? Like, I don't understand. Am I dumb or is it bad game design? Can't tell which. Like, okay, what if what if I make him follow me and then I start running up here? Will he just go to the platform? No, he won't. He won't. He's not that cooperative. Okay, so just go there. Let's try this one more goddamn time. Hug those corners, hug those corners. Okay, now, okay, yeah, it was literally just a speed issue. Why would they do that? It was just an issue of, like, speed slash kind of mild luck, because a few times I tried to run past him and I got stuck on his knees. I mean, it's pretty much just speed. But that's so weird. That's so weird. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That was literally just like run. Okay, so how do I now, how do I make him walk over? I just realized I can't make him walk over here without another light source. But it's not going to spawn another light source while that one's up there. So how do I get back up here then? Crap. Is there another light source here? No. This is very awkward. This feels like it shouldn't be taking me as long as it is. It feels like it shouldn't be as hard as it is. Like, I'm supposed to get back up where I was, merge that ball of this thing over here onto the block, then push that, like, I know what I'm supposed to do, it's just like the robot won't cooperate. So I am like not sure how I'm supposed to play this. Oh wait, hold on. Do I even need it? I don't even, wait, hold on, I don't need him to activate those stairs over there. Do I? Oh yeah, no, I do. Damn it, okay. What? I'm really, really, really perturbed now. Do I have to climb back up there and break that light source because the robot refuses to move otherwise? Do I have to activate another robot? Like, what? I am very, very, very confused. Does that do anything? No. I feel like I'm missing, like, a part of this puzzle. Like, I feel like I'm missing a step somewhere, somehow. Go over here, please. Please go over here. There you go. Am I supposed to, like, lead him around up here, then? Maybe? Hey. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Oh man, I feel so dumb. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. I feel like I need another way to move him, or I need a secondary light source. Oh my god. I don't get it. I really, really, really do not get this. Civilized Elk, who are you? What? I don't understand who Civilized Elk is. Did you have this name before me? There's no way, right? You had to have created that name to fight me directly. I see your existence as a challenge. I have, however, seen a person on a forum before, whose name was like what was it? It was like Unaware Elk or something like that, or like it was something similar to mine. Okay, I'm like about ready to look up a YouTube video for how to do this because I don't know what to do. Look, like I have no clue what I'm supposed to be doing here. Like putting the thing in the thing gets rid of the circle thing from spawning. But in order to get up there, I need the thing to, oh my god, I don't You know what? I am going to go ahead and YouTube this because I am out of ideas. And I don't want to spend another 15 minutes just brute forcing it until something works. I feel like it's gonna be like the first part that comes up if I search like robot puzzle or something. No, it's just playthroughs. Alright, that's fine. I'll just click the first one. God, it always feels like a defeat to click a YouTube video to figure out what to do. To be fair, this person looks like they're stuck here for a while as well. Alright, here we go. How did they do it? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold on a minute. Okay, never mind. This person's fiddling around for a while as well. Oh, wow. Okay. I think I figured it out. I was missing an element. That red room up there? We gotta go up there. Let's see, I'm gonna close the video. Because I think I know how to figure it out now. Which one is the evil twin? Am I the evil twin, or is Civilized Elk the evil twin? See, I feel like the civilized people are evil. Because civility is a guise for evil in many ways. Or can be a guise for evil. Anyway, I do believe I figured out what I need to do. Because I went to that room that I thought was an empty room, and it's not an empty room. Apparently, you get a block out of it if you climb up. And I didn't think it was climbable, so I didn't. But yeah, I was completely missing an element of the puzzle, which now makes sense why I was so dumbfounded. So, we don't need you anymore. Let's just throw you. Yeah. Whatever. That went too far. I got a trophy for that? Bizarre. I wonder what that trophy was. Like, throw an object a certain amount of in-game distance, I guess? Probably. Anyway, this is where I'm supposed to go. This is where I didn't try climbing because I wasn't being very observant. And, this is where we're gonna get a block that allows us to have, two things activated at once. Yeah, good thing I actually looked up that YouTube video, or else I would have been here for like another 15 minutes, probably. Oof, if I missed that jump and had to redo the whole thing, that would have been frustrating. Although it's not over yet, still a chance for me to just jump the wrong way by accident. Alright, here we go. There we are. There's the solution. There's the solution. Now it all makes sense. Now it all comes to light what it is that I was supposed to do the whole time. Alright. There we go. God, that's a dirty puzzle. That's a dirty, dirty puzzle. Not the good dirty, either. I mean, to be fair, it was kind of my fault for, like, going into that room and not noticing that I can climb on it, when the game clearly has those, like, white markings that, like, very clearly note that something is climbable. Like, that was my bad, but still, I feel like that was kind of dirty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Civilized Elk is Luxonite. Luxonite's into making fake accounts. I've considered, like, stopping the follow notification because of Luxonite. Because Luxonite's abused it at least on 5 occasions by now. Wait, where did the thing I fused go? I fused a thing. Oh, it's the voice transmogger. It's the voice amplifier. I was about to say transmogrifier. No, it's the voice amplifier. This is what I created, I guess. So is this the end of the area? It feels like this is going to be the end of this level, with all the robots coming alive again, and I don't know. The levels in this game so far have, like, started and ended basically with our character, like, blacking out or whiting out. Hasn't been very graceful, like, level transitions. So anytime there's a large flash of white, I'm like, are we about to white out again and just enter a different level? But no, we get some. This is pretty cool. I'm still a little bit salty about the puzzle, but, like, this is kind of a cool sequence. I'm liking this. I still feel like the music's trying to be more majestic than what it, like, deserves, because it's not that, like, it's not that cool. It's just more robots walking in a line. But maybe I'm just being a bit, I don't know. What's the word? Not pessimistic, but brain farting. Just being a sourpuss, I guess. But that puzzle was so dirty. Frame rate is tanking a little bit. Understandable, because there's a lot of movement, but... Oh yeah, the game's frame rate in general isn't the greatest. It's never so bad that you can't play it, but, like, there's been a few times where, especially in enclosed rooms, for some reason, the frame rate just drops by, like, half. Alright, so this is the room where he'll cast a shadow over here, and I have to cast a shadow, I guess, over here. And we open the door. They're going up there. I can't access that area because my child arms, for some reason, cannot, like, circumvent round edges. So I don't know. I guess I'm going here while you guys all head off that way. See ya. We'll probably meet up. Well, there's one of these last level too. Or is this the exact same one? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. That bird staircase was... Oh. You know what? All these actually hold... Okay, sorry. If you guys are confused, why I'm confused, so, last level, I walked up this winding staircase, with the bird and the thunder thing, the icons there. So, now we're walking up this one. It's like implying that all these levels are taking place at a tower. Like, each level I clear allows me to get progressively higher up in a tower. And, like, all these worlds are linked to this tower somehow. So that's, like... One, that's impossible space, but two, that feels very heavy as to, like, there's probably some metaphorical or, like, allegorical element to this plot here. Because, like, as I clear each level, I'm getting progressively higher up in this tower. And I do believe that tower we've been seeing in each level, the big white one, is probably the tower we're inside of. Interesting. Either way, yeah, we're gonna go to the next level right now. Also, the keyhole thing. If you look through certain keyholes, you get like little pictures that represent plot. And each new level is also delineated by like this keyhole, like gateway, or not gateway, doorway. Which, that's kind of an interesting visual choice to have like keyhole motifs. No, if there's a horrible sound in the background that was getting picked up by the mic, that's the litter box for the cat. Hopefully it wasn't getting picked up by the mic, but if it was and it was horrible, I'm sorry. It's a terrible, terrible sound. It's better than having, like, to do the litter box yourself, having it be done automatically instead, but god, the sound it makes is awful. Alright, so we got our red caped figure. We don't know who he is. He's a mystery dude. He might be us from the future. He might be our father. We don't know. My bet right now is he's like our father. He's been appearing all over the place at random, and then he's been on our boat in these flash events between the levels. So far, the narrative the game is painting, the most boring narrative it's painting for me is that, like, we're dead and we're ascending the tower to heaven or some stupid shit like that. And hopefully that's not what's happening, because I really don't like that idea at all. But, like, there is a sort, like, the game starts with you washed up on a shore. So it really does seem like it seems like easy setup for the you passed away narrative. But hopefully that's not it. But that's the way all these levels have started and ended, is with this sort of white flash out, blackout. It's a blackout, but it's done with white, so I guess you could call it a whiteout. But that's the way all these levels have started and ended. Also, this looks really cool. This is a really cool set piece here. That water looks gorgeous. That rain looks really pretty too, but yeah, this looks really nice. This is really nice colors. This reminds me a bit of Samurai Jack Episode 2 when he's hiding from the Aku troop, the Daughters of Aku, and it's raining. It's kind of a similar blue toned color scheme here. It's a little bit more somber and a little bit less dire than it was in Samurai Jack, but the blue's very similar. Man, they did such a good job on the water texture. Like, this looks so pretty. Hold on, what is this? It's a light, it's thing, yeah, okay. It's those ghost guys, it's a big whirlpool thing, there's like a flash of light. Oh, it's the fox. Following the fox into the big orb or the whirlpool? I'm not sure. Man, I'm just like, I'm really liking these wet textures of everything. Even the robot while wet looks like super amazing. God, like a good wet texture just does so much. BioShock taught us that, I think. I actually never played any of the BioShock games all the way through, or I've seen a decent chunk of one, and I've seen videos on BioShock Infinite, mostly critical videos that were not very fond of what BioShock Infinite did. Wow, the frame rate just tanked. Ooh, this is really pretty. I can see why the frame rate tanked. Oh, that is so pretty. Jeez. Man, this makes me want like a Zelda game that has more atmosphere. Like, this makes me want Zelda Breath of the Wild, like, with extra atmosphere. Like a Zelda game that's more heavy on ambiance than they usually are. Like, Zelda games are awesome design-wise and all that, but, like, I don't know. They're not, like, super geared toward generating emotions within you. They're usually geared toward, you know, the joys of exploration or world exploration or what have you. Did I just say exploration or world exploration? I meant like exploration or like temple crawling. I wouldn't call it dungeon crawling, but like, you know. The older Zeldas used to be all about the temple crawling, and then Breath of the Wild is not so much. So nice and wet. Alright, we got a big old gate. And the frame rate is jumping all over the place. Not too terribly, but like it's ruining. It's enough to slightly ruin the mood. just enough to kind of take me out of the moment. Performance issues were like a big thing mentioned in a lot of reviews for this game. Thank you, robot. Thank you for realizing I had nowhere to go. Oh man, that would be so hard to grab onto if it was actually this wet. Like, smooth stone like this is so slippery when wet. I don't buy that. I don't buy the fact that this child was able to cling on to that. Alright, what am I supposed to do now, robot? How do I... Robot? Oh, here we go. Yeah, right there. There it is. There it is. Yeah, this would be fucking death. There is no way you could grab on to like a stone slab that smooth. Like, no way. Not when it's this like this drenched. Hello, Fox. Whoa. If this is like a We Were Dead the Whole Time, though, it does explain why the soundtrack is so somber the entire game. That was kind of a criticism I had, is like, at the start of the game, I wasn't feeling sad, but it felt like the soundtrack wanted me to feel sad. But yeah, that would explain it. I just really hope it's not some, like, obvious dumb, like, oh, you're dead thing. Please don't be. Please be something more interesting. Runtime ray tracing. I have no idea what that refers to. I'm not up to date with whatever wet video game technology that is. No, don't do it! He's gonna fuse into the door and disappear, and we're like, no, robot! You were our friend! Don't go. I'm not feeling it. The robot didn't feel like a friend, he felt more like a function, and we only met him like 45 minutes ago or something. Like, if the fox disappeared, I'd be sad, because the fox has been with us since almost the beginning. But the robot just got here, and my biggest interaction with him was wishing he could stay in place that one time. So, like, I'm not feeling this emotional connection. I'm sorry, game. I don't feel like you've earned it. I'm a hard ass. Sorry, game. Not to mention there was like 10 other robots. I know that's not a good excuse, but like the robots didn't really differentiate themselves as individuals at any point. So it's weird when we have like 10 backups, you know. Oh, I can't, oh, these aren't active or anything, okay. I was trying to yell at these to activate them, but are these hostiles? These are no longer hostile. They're just sad. So the first time we saw these, they were afraid of us. The second time they were hostile, and now they're just indifferent. It's interesting. I'm trying to think what that might relate to. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if the game's also like 5 stages of grief or something like that. I can't right now make that comparison off the top of my head, but like, I don't know, maybe if I go back and replay it, maybe it'll be more obvious or something. I don't think it will. But how many levels have there been? This is level 4, right? There was the beach level, there was the seaside. No, it wouldn't be 5 stages of grief. Unless there is a 5th level, this is level 4 still, right? But I don't know. No, I don't think that fits. I'm just trying to think if there's like anything like that's common in popular culture that these levels could correspond to. Anyway, I'm supposed to find 3 more of these, and then this is how we first got our fox tip here in level 1. Is we found 4 of those things, and the statue popped open and the fox came out. So now we have to do this once more. And I don't know what's going to happen this time. But it is a deliberate callback to the first level. The whispering here, so these enemies also made these whispers, or they're not enemies anymore, I guess. These shadow people had these whispers happen the first time they appeared, but considering this is supposed to be like the, you know, the end game, I guess, and plus it's like raining and way more moody, way more emotional than it was before. I really think they should have just like edited out the whispering, cut it out for this level. I don't think it flows very well. It's kind of just weird having this like emotional, sad, like feel with these guys just going in your ears. It's kind of doesn't work that well in my opinion. It's like this sad, tender piano, and then you just hear. I know it's not that obnoxious, but still, I don't think it works very well. They actually didn't like make these noises too much last level. On the second level, they made a lot of whispering, but last level, when they were hostile, not so much. Also, where the hell am I going? I think I'm going in a big circle. Crap, I definitely got turned around. I'm gonna have a hard time finding all 4 of these statues. I can't even tell if I'm going the right way. Oh, the big light. Okay, hold on. Big light source tells me where they are, so that should actually not be too hard, I think. If I can just follow the big light source, this actually won't be too awful for the viewers. How am I supposed to get up there, though? Let's see. So I gotta find a way to climb up there. No, okay. Damn it, I know where to go, but I don't know how to get there. Okay. No. It's like a big lawn climbing puzzle just to get up here. Oh, come on. Okay, now I think I feel like I'm not going the right way at all. I feel like I'm getting farther and farther away from my goal. So I'm getting higher ground, but I'm getting farther and farther away from the source of the light. So it's like I'm pretty sure I have messed up here. Okay, how the hell do I get up there? Yeah, I hope this moment right now illustrates how out of place those whispers are. And it's not like that. Like I said, it's not like they're malevolent necessarily. That's not the word I'm looking for. I think it is, but like it's still enough to be like off-putting to the rest of the atmosphere. Oh my God, come on! How am I supposed to get up here? No, we'll leave you for later. We'll just come back. Let's just go get the other ones then. We'll come back to you. A Civilized Elk has to be Luxonite, because he asked about Darkest Dungeon. Like, there's no way Civilized Elk is anybody other than Luxonite. Okay, what is this? It just auto triggers. Okay, sure. They can think of a reason to. Well, why even have that? Was that like? That's so weird. I don't know. What was the point of that? I guess it's just another mechanic to have for the sake of it, to make it slightly more interesting. It just seems really weird. Because it just triggers on its own, and it just crumbles. Okay, sure. Sure. Maybe I was supposed to do that earlier as well, and I couldn't find the right one. I don't know. Crap. I mean, maybe there's some kind of symbolic statement about destruction in this section that I can't connect until I actually know the whole plot of the game. But I feel like they just wanted another small mechanic, because otherwise it'd be a little bit too plain. But it feels like a very weird way to just randomly introduce it into the game. It also feels very basic, to the point where it barely adds anything anyway. Wow, did I just go all the way to the right and come out on the left? Did I just, like, loop through the... oh, it's like a big... It's a ring. It's a big circle. That's what it is. Okay. It's like a circular pathway around a center point, I think, is what happened. Although it might also be kind of impossible spacing it a bit, but not that much. I think it's just a slight curvature. Yeah, you can kind of tell that it's a slight curvature. That's cool. I'm having a goddamn hard time figuring out how I'm supposed to climb up to the little statues I'm supposed to trigger, though. Oh yeah, you can tell from here it's a circle. For sure. Like, look at that curve right there. Yeah. Plus the thing in the middle, and yeah. That's probably not impossible space at all, then. It's probably like a legit circle. I still don't know how I'm supposed to do the thing, though. Why is this platforming so vague? It shouldn't be vague. It's like little white lines that to mark where you can jump, but to mark's not a word. Whatever. I make up words all the time. I like mix words together, like delineate and mark. Get to mark out of it. Anyway, I think I just figured it out. There we go, okay. We're halfway there after this. Hey Fox, you weren't much help. Like, thanks for being here now, I guess, but you weren't much help when I needed you. Alright. So there's the 1 and 2 more to go. That counts as a death, really? Oh, come on. Game. Why you gotta be this way? Alright. In the first level, I kept trying to jump off the cliff into the ocean below, and it would not let me, and I was like, this is... On one hand, it's nice that if you really mess up on your platforming, the game doesn't just force you to redo everything, because the first game had a lot, or the first level had a lot of verticality. But on the other hand, if I want to jump into the ocean from 70 feet up, I feel like I should be able to. Considering this child can survive like 20-foot drops onto concrete, I feel like he should be able to survive a 70-foot drop into water. Okay. Let's do this. Hold on, what? Okay, I guess not that way. Gotta go the long way. Wait, what? So we gotta go up there? Ah! See what I mean? Like, if I can jump that high onto concrete without even a break roll, I feel like I should be able to jump to water from, like, a cliff. Anyway, what am I missing here? This is just made to be really confusing. I feel dumb. Oh my god, my character got stuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my... Come on. This is not a great platforming section. Like, I don't... It doesn't feel challenging. It just feels tedious. Okay, so I'm supposed to jump from, I assume, up there onto here. So the goal is, like, somehow get up there. And don't take the bad path that prevents you from going the right way. So I guess, let's see. Where is that? I guess I want to jump up here. Maybe. Maybe. Unclear so far. Alright. Alright, we're there we go. I think that's where I'm supposed to go. Jump. Jump. No, jump, jump. Oh my god, the controls are so fiddly sometimes. There we go. Okay, we got it. It's not hard, it's just like awkward and tedious and a little frustrating. Also, the fact that you just cling to the ledges, you know, it doesn't really... It's like not... I can't really call it platforming, right? Because it's like... You just kind of auto-cling to the ledges for the most part. So it's kind of like a step below platforming, because it's not like you really have to space your jumps or anything. You just press X. It's not like you have to time the jump either. You just have to... As long as you align it right. Alright, wanna go. Ah. It almost let me jump all the way down. Crap. No, just oh my god. Little child. Oh my god, little child. You're frustrating me right now so much, little child. So yeah, like, there's just a lot of little things about the game that, while it, like, looks awesome, it's just, like, the gameplay's not all there. It doesn't, like, coalesce into, like, a fun-feeling experience, necessarily. It's just, like, it's a very, like, middling kind of mediocrity to the feel of your experience. So, game has great set pieces, has great visual design. Music is good. Saying it's a bit too samey, but it's good. But like, just it doesn't come together, and some of the gameplay's off. Some of the puzzles are kind of like eh. In fact, none of the puzzles are like there's like the amount of puzzles you could call good can definitely be counted on a single hand. Just most of the puzzles are like far too short. Okay, wait, did that do something? Did unleashing that water actually do anything? I wasn't paying close enough attention. I guess it allowed me to cross for some reason. I'm not sure why. That's fine. I'll take it. I think it flipped the thing like a seesaw? Is that what happened? I don't know. Actually, I have no idea what that water did. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying close enough attention. I was complaining about how the experience of this game is very mediocre. It's like visuals awesome, sound awesome, experience mediocre, gameplay subpar. A lot of the sections that are supposed to be emotional as well, just they take too long to perform. Like, the thing that was awesome about Journey is rarely ever does like a section feel like it takes too long when there's like an emotional component to it. If you're just like running around like trying to find all the little like runes or whatever, like the things that extend your cape in Journey, like every area kind of feels like its own little isolated thing. But then whenever there's like an emotional uptick, like the sand surfing section for example, it doesn't overstay its welcome. Whereas this game, some sections feel like they overstay their welcome way too much. Other sections feel like not nearly enough. Like, we were supposed to apparently form some kind of emotional connection to our robot friend, when like there wasn't enough time spent with the robot, nor did you do enough things with the robot to really feel like it was a character. Like I said, the robot was a function more than the sort of character. Like, making the robot look around a bit now and then, have like kind of neat animations isn't quite enough to make it feel like it's your friend. Animals kind of get a free pass in that regard. Like a fox that barks at you is gonna feel like your friend just because kind of it's easier to get attached to an animal like that. But if you're gonna make us like attached to a robot, you gotta put a little bit more work into it. Like a fox is close enough to like a dog that will just want to be friends with it, or most people at least will. But when it comes to like liking a human character, even or robot, you're gonna have to form that bond a bit more. And I did not feel that they fleshed out the bond with the robot nearly enough to make the character cry over the robot's merging carry over to the audience. Okay, now where the hell am I actually going? Before I was following the big old lights, but now I can't tell where I'm going or if I'm going in the right direction anymore. I'm trying to go in a straight line, because theoretically I should end up where I want to go. But it's like so samey that I'm afraid I got turned upside down at some point and I'm doing a big old U-turn. Okay, there's the lights right there, so I guess we're good. Aurora Borealis, in this part of the country, at this time of year, localized entirely in your kitchen. I'm making a Simpsons reference for those of you who are confused. Oh, our fox is being used to power this energy transaction, isn't it? Oof, okay. That one hurts a little bit, but I saw it coming, so... Oh, we just petrified ourselves from rage. Okay, you know what? The 5 stages of grief are actually kind of... maybe tying into this now, because rage is definitely one of them. And or anger was, it's like bargaining, denial, anger. I don't remember them in their exact order, but DualShock battery level low. Okay, hold on, let me plug in. That was funny how the timing coincided exactly with me busting out of the stone. Are we gonna become one of these shadow people too? Is that our fate? What is the game is intriguing enough where I want to know what happens. I'm just very afraid it's gonna not be satisfying. Okay, so we got, this is like the king, I guess, or whatever. Is it the king? Yeah, that looks like the king to me. And then there's me over there. There's me upset. Oh. These whispers are not doing it for me, though. Like, there's not even any of these, like, oh, look at my eyes, holy shit. Ah, that's spooky. They're way over there, like, I shouldn't be hearing their whispers all the way from here, unless I'm the one whispering to myself. And they're not varied enough to trigger ASMR either, so they're not even that great of whispers. It's fine, whatever. Oh, crap. Oh my god. Yeah. Child, please jump. Stop humping the rocks. Just jump. Just jump across them. Yeah, sometimes doing the jump right, you have to, like, hold the analog stick the right direction, and depending on the camera and a few other factors, like, sometimes you just aren't angling it the right way when you think you are, so I was trying to jump across that time and you just wouldn't go. Oh my god, what? Like I said, fiddly controls. I know part of it is probably my fault, but oh my god. Part of it is definitely just the game's controls are not the greatest. Oh, for fuck's sake. I just fell off the whole thing. Oh man, I'm angry right now. I feel like fucking turning into stone from anger right now. I guess I'm experiencing what the character's experiencing, but for a very different reason than they did. Oh my god. Alright, please, controls, work with me as we climb this ebony tower. Oh, come on. Up. Thank you. Can I use the D-pad? I cannot. That would make it a lot easier. Stages of grief are denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Yeah, never mind. Stages of grief have nothing to do with this game because the levels don't make sense. Depression being a stage of grief is weird. I feel like it should be like sadness instead of depression or something, because depression's very specific. Depression's not just like a feeling of sadness. Unless it's, I guess if we're talking about chronic grief, you can have depression, but grief can be felt in like a week. And depression isn't something that's going to happen for like a week. Depression has to be way longer term than that. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? I'm actually, I don't want to jump, you know, wait, hold on. What am I doing? I was gonna say, let's jump off real quick, because it's just gonna respawn me anyway. It destroyed the chain. So, now what? Oh, that's cool. My child's voice is now that whispery thing. That's really cool, actually. I have like a raspy shriek now more than the yells I used to have. That's actually a very nice touch. I like that. So there's still a chain on that side. Do I have to break that chain as well? There's 3 chains left. How do I get to them? What does the game want me to do right now? I'm a little bit confused here. Am I gonna have to climb all this again? I think I am, aren't I? I'm a little lost. What is the, oh god, what does the game want me to do? Oh, hold on, is that a droppable that I didn't have access to before? Kinda, no, not really. Okay, the chain broke. Did I miss something? Did I, like, miss an objective of some kind? Oh, god damn it. Should I go back down? Like... Oh, great. I have no clue what I'm supposed to do right now. And the guys are like, no. Push. You can't be here, man. Go back. I feel like I'm gonna have to climb all the way back up again, aren't I? Ugh. God damn it, what am I supposed to do? It's so weird how I'm, like, so lost in, like, a game that's pretty simple. Like, I thought I was supposed to break the other two chains, but I don't see a way to get to them? And also the seal that I broke the first one with isn't on them? So, like... And I don't, like... I'm afraid to even do anything, because, like, I might just fall back to the very bottom and be forced to, climb all the way back up top again. Like... What, like... What am I supposed to do here? Just shimmy? And then jump? It's not letting me jump up. I've already gone down that way multiple times, so I don't think I'm supposed to go down. It is really weird to be stuck at this part of the game. Should I look up a YouTube video? Because I am legit lost as to what I am supposed to do. This is really, really weird. Like, alright, you know what? If I do anything, I'm gonna probably fall off the side again, so I guess we're gonna go look up a YouTube video again of what to do. Let's see here. Oh man, let's see. Freaking ads. Alright, finally got a video up. I know it's gonna be something super obvious, isn't it? Oh, is it those white markings down there? Am I just supposed to climb up those white markings? Is that it? I'm supposed to go down and climb... Oh my god. How am I so dumb? This is the exact same problem I had with the other puzzle too, where I was supposed to get that block, where I just didn't really observe the area enough, despite the obvious climb lines. Like, oh my god. I'm so dumb. I can't believe I had to look that up, because I wasn't looking with my eyeballs enough. Oh, I feel dumb. I feel extra dumb because, like I said, this was the exact same problem I already had once. Okay. It's a weird perspective. Okay, there we go. Making the oh crap. Making the progress, and then almost jeopardizing it all and plummeting back to Earth. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. This better be where I'm supposed to go. Yeah, we are breaking the 3 chains. Just have to break the other 2 from the surrounding area rather than the main tower. And that shines the light. Okay. And then is it telling me I'm supposed to climb down this way now? Oh god. Are those climbables marking that that's the way I get down? Yes, they are, because there's no other way to get down. Whoa! Whoa! That was weird. Sure, okay. I clipped through the stone a little bit, but sure. That's fine. I'll take it. At this point, I'll take it. Okay, there we go. We are, by the way, like right at the end game of this game. The end game of this game. We are right at the end game. So there's not much to go. In fact, this might be the final puzzle for all I know. Okay. It kind of seems like we're atop the tower we were climbing, but now it's full of water. Is that what's happening? Ooh, that is bright. I looked directly at that and that actually hurt my eyes. That is a bright sun. Yep, we are at the top of the tower. Do we step through, or? I'm a little confused. Oh, are we going down? Are we going down? Is that what it's telling me to do? We've been going up, and now we're going down. Okay. A cool transition. Just like inversed the journey or something, I guess. That's very, very interesting. There's apparently a bunch of like, hold on real quick. Let me go to extras. Like there's a bunch, so there's outfits you can unlock. There's a bunch of toys I missed, but the thing that's really like getting to me right now is there's apparently like 7 other keyholes I didn't get to look at, which the keyholes provide, like, this lore of the kingdom, I guess. Yeah, I'm really curious where these were that I missed. It's possible that, like, in the forest level there was a bunch that I didn't go to, because maybe they were out of the way or something, I'm not sure. But either way, it's interesting. So let's go ahead and finish the game, though. And the light on us looks kind of weird, doesn't it? Yeah, we're light kid now after being dark kid. Alright, what we got? I feel like we're right at the stinger of the whole thing. Alright, so it was our father, I think. Right? We're our father now or something? Is that our child? We reversed the red cape scenario or something? Or were we the adult the whole time living our adventure as a child? I'm not sure. No, that's us. Damn, these shittily made clothes. If only we had sewn the sleeves tighter onto the main part of that jacket, poncho, whatever it was. Alright, so we were shipwrecked, or we rather went overboard. We weren't shipwrecked. We went overboard, which makes sense why we would wash up on a beach. But also, it really does feel like we died. It does feel like the beach was the afterlife. Kind of. I mean, we're literally celestial right now. We're like glowing and stuff. Alright, the game's not over yet. I'm curious where it's gonna go. This is cool. This is very cool. Cool looking, I should clarify. I'm not saying the plot is cool yet, because, it might very well not be. Yo! Okay. Spirits plummeting into the pit. Or rather falling up through the tower into the cosmos? Ascending into the heavens? Okay. Wow, they did a lot of, like, modeling of stuff just for this final sequence. Also, the camera is completely locked, like a third-person Resident Evil style over-the-shoulder perspective, so it's like they reworked, like, the whole system a tiny bit for this final sequence, it seems. It's interesting. Alright, I guess we're going into our child's room with his toy fox. Of course he had a toy fox. We actually, oh no, we collected, never mind, these are the collectibles we got, aren't they? Hold on, there's no extras here, yeah. These are the collectibles we picked up along the way, I guess. I wonder if I got more of them, if the room would be more full. Interesting. Not really, it's kind of basic. Oh, that's pretty, that's a pretty shore. Oh, am I interacting with all of these? I am, okay. I kind of wish I went out of my way to find more of these now, but it's fine. Then again, these interactions are just like pick up, put down, so maybe it's good I didn't get more, because yeah, it's not really amounting to much so far. Am I even supposed to have done that, or does it not matter? Okay. I don't think this is actually progressing us at all. I think those were just optional interactions, maybe? Are we done? Alright, that's enough being sad. Let's leave. Oh, look at that shadow. That's a nice shadow. Oh, for fuck's sake. I was gonna say, is the ghost of our child gonna visit us? Oh, that's so bad. That was like the quickest tug ever. Am I supposed to let go of this? Like, hello? Sir? Yes, there you go. Oh my god, I can't believe they did the fucking ghost child visits, the parent and the home thing. I should have said it out loud. I just didn't think they were gonna... I didn't think they were gonna, like, dip that low. Oh, that's some crap. That's some crap. That's garbage. Man, I need some tequila after that. Tequila works. Who the hell, like, oh my god damn it, it was this. This is a pretty song at least, but god damn it, I can't believe they went for the stereotypical ass hell, like, Ascension to Heaven storyline. And even had the child ghosts visits their father little endgame bit, too. God. Ah. It's a Spanish song, I believe. Well, there's a lot of Spanish people who worked on it, so that's cool. I wish there was more of a Spanish influence in the actual main game itself. It didn't really seem like there was too much of it, but I could be wrong and I just missed it. But anyway, like, yeah, I am very upset at this ending. You know, if the game was actually like symbolically or from the view of the father, the 5 stages of grief would make more sense. But we were actually just playing the kid as he traversed basically the tower to... It literally was the tower to heaven. Literally was the tower to the cosmos. Like, it's just like I can't have feels. I'm too upset. I can't, like, it doesn't resonate with me. Oh my god. In gratitude and homage to Sylvia, whose unforgettable voice guided us in the midst of darkness towards our dreams. And I'm not gonna read the Spanish because I would butcher it. And yeah, no. Let's not read the Spanish. To Martina, the hidden treasure of my adventures, the brighter star in my constellation, the solace in my journey. To my wonderful wife, thanks for all the love, support, patience, love you, Gigi. To Isabel, Marcos, Laura, and the rest of my family that has suffered with me and has suffered all my absences. It's a typo, I'm sorry. Also to all those people, beloved people, you know who you are. There's a lot not translated here. For my mama, my bro, my cat, and the future. It's very random. Oyeme! I don't know what that means. Stage Clear Studios. To you and your passion, hope, and patience. Ugh. No, I don't know Spanish. I took Spanish in high school, but who remembers what language they took in high school at all? No. I said I wasn't going to read it because I would butcher a lot of the pronunciations. Even though Spanish is really easy of the language, I still don't want to bother trying to read it. Also, I wouldn't know what it's saying anyway, so it just feels pointless to try to read it when I can't translate it. Yeah, I'm just so disappointed it was the "you are dead" thing. Like, when you have a character wash up on a shore and white out constantly, and when you have a magical tower that you're ascending, like, it's so obviously like a death thing that, like, you would think if you settle for, like, the child's dead, you'd at least throw some more stuff in there that's, like, interesting, and like, I don't know, this like barely fleshed out kingdom that was part of the tower is really wasn't interesting enough to allow for this plot to be what it was, in my opinion. I don't know, I'm just very disappointed. There was translation for that text. I was literally reading the text. Civilized Elk, who I'm pretty sure is Luxonite, just flat out missed the English text in there. There was English text interspersed with the Spanish. Civilized Elk, who are you then? I don't remember who else you would be. I am more. Oh man. And more important. I'm trying to think who, like, tuned in for my Darkest Dungeon playthrough, other than I Caught Fire Once and Luxonite, and nothing comes to mind. Or nobody comes to mind, rather. Anyway. I wish I could like this game more, but it just was, it's not my thing. Like, the story, sorry, not the game is not my thing, the story clearly was, like, not my thing. It's just, the premise of it, it's not something I enjoy when it's this basic and simplistic. May as well have another one of these, like, exploration walking sims when you're in a coma instead of dead. Like, and you'd think the fact that the child was lost at sea, maybe there'd be more, like, seafaring. There was some, definitely some. There was a decent amount of underwater segments. I enjoyed the boats in the desert, but, like, I don't know. Thematically, it didn't quite tie together that well, in my opinion, and a lot of the presentation was off. Certain moments overstayed their welcome, other moments weren't welcome enough. The bit at the end with the father was just kind of, it was too, like, it's like, okay, look at all the toys, like, barely touch them, then your child ghost appears, you hug them, they're gone. Like, it was way too quick. I mean, maybe I'm being biased because I just hated the fact that this is what the game's plot was. The somber music the entire way through definitely makes sense now, but, like, I don't know. It's like when all you've got to feel sad is the music and nothing else is contributing toward that sad feel other than the music, I feel like you kind of missed the mark. And at least for the first level, at least for that very first level, I did feel like nothing was contributing toward that kind of somber, sad tone the game wanted to have other than the soundtrack. But yeah, like, shame such a pretty game has so many, like, glaring issues in my opinion, and shame that such a game heavy on aesthetics didn't have a plot to hook you to make the aesthetics feel like they matter in a context of some kind. Civilized Elk, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna guess who you are. I am really bad with with names and stuff. Like, the only... Yeah, I don't know who you would be. I'm Civilized Elk, I'm gonna go with Luxonite again. You're Luxonite. Just tell me who you are. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that was RiME. Do I have any post-game stuff? Should I look at the extras? Should I look at the concept art before I go? Oh, cool, we get the song again. Continue. I assume continue would just go to the final level. Let's see what the stages are called. Oh my god! Oh god, it was... I literally was like, no, it's not that, and it is that. Oh my god. It was the fucking 5 stages! Christ! I was like so ready to discard it. That, like, I wasn't ready. Oh, sorry, I am falling over my own words. I discarded this hypothesis of mine because I was like, nah, it doesn't fit enough. And that's what it fucking was. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Well, I guess I Caught Fire One says perhaps the first stage didn't feel sad because it was denial. Which, maybe, but the music was still trying to feel kind of sad. Like, that's the thing about it, is the music was still trying to be kind of sad. So I wish it wasn't quite as, I don't know. The anger thing was like, too, because, like, the bird was, I guess, angry? Nothing else was angry. Like, I felt like one of the main reasons I discarded this whole hypothesis is because in the depression phase is when we first see our character actually get angry at everything. And since anger is phase 2, it didn't seem to fit. But like phase 2, the thunderclouds and stuff, I guess, could represent anger. But at no point was any... I don't know. I don't think it matches that well. Bargaining was the robot level? Why was the robot level bargaining? I feel like these are so loosely metaphoric that they don't even work for me. Like, I wouldn't say anything I did with those robots was bargaining. Like, creating the robot, using the light to dispel stuff, like... Depression was depression simply because it was, like, bleak and sad, and depression was depression appearance-wise. There was no mechanics that felt like depression. Like, if anything, mechanically, like, I don't know, hold on, what am I trying to say? I don't know, it just didn't, yeah, like the problem is that they're trying to, like, make the stuff tie in solely from the, like, the visual design, it seems. Like, instead of having, like, a cohesive package of, like, gameplay mechanics backing up the theme along with maybe the visuals, along with the kind of plot of each level, like, no, like the bird was angry and thunderclouds represent anger. Like, that's weak. Denial, you wash up on the shore, so you didn't die. That's denial. Denial is you wash up on the shore, you find yourself here. Like, that's, like, Bargaining, I'm still not even sure how that works. Like, what... Like, you can restore the... Is it like we're getting the robots back? We're rebuilding the robots, we can restore this kingdom? Is that the gist of bargaining there. Is it's like, oh, there's hope maybe for us to restore this technology or something to bring these robots back to life, only for us to find out like, no, not really. Like, it's too weak. It's too weak. I mean, to be true, yeah, you can't really visually represent bargaining that much, but I still, like, I mean, like, mechanically there was no bargaining, but mechanically there wasn't any of this. Like, there's no denial, anger, bargaining, or depression in the mechanics at play, which is where I think it was probably most important to implement, rather than the visuals. Like, God, depression was the worst, because it's like, oh, we're just gonna make it, like, wet and gloomy for depression. It's like, ooh, couldn't think of anything else, huh? Like, if anything, I think depression would have honestly worked better with the desert level, because of all the, like, all the broken ships in the wasteland, like, sunken in the sand, you know? That image of, like, the ocean not even being there anymore, and just, like, completely stranding these ships that have no purpose for what they were originally intended for. That's more in line with, like, depression, in my opinion, than just like, oh yeah, it's really wet. And yeah, and that's the other thing, like, in Denial as well. Yeah, there's just so much wrong with this thematically here. It doesn't gel. You could probably try really hard to, like, make it work. Like, you could reach for interpretations that make it work, but this wasn't well done. It's so funny to me too how I considered the 5 stages of grief, right? And I was like, wait, anger isn't, we're having anger in step 4, and I, like, that's way too late, so no, it's not it. And I, like, discarded that hypothesis, and it fucking was it. Oh my god. That's hilarious. And, like, I know technically who the person going through these stages is our father, right? So, like, it's this weird mix, because, like, I kind of like, in a way, how we're playing as the dead son ascending to heaven, I guess, but it's the father going through the stages of grief, so maybe the father is actually the one coloring the levels for the son in a way, but, like, I can't think of a way that this being from the father's perspective makes any sense either. Or, like, how this, like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to go really hard out of my way to make this work. I don't think it works. Like, I'm trying to get something here. And, no. There's 2 keyholes in the depression. The depression level was literally that big circular thing. I bet the keyholes are just like, observe every little block and find that keyhole. Same for the little, like, pizza thing collectible, the pizza collectible. That would take forever. I didn't find any alternate outfits. I did not find a single alternate outfit in this whole game. I just want to say that's funny. I had to play as the default outfit. There was 2 in the beginning that I skipped. Damn. I mean, that's fine, I guess. Civilized Elk says this game's overrated. I don't think so. I don't think it's overrated. It reviewed pretty poorly. It has like a 64 on Metacritic, I think, maybe? The Steam reviews for it were pretty high, but Steam reviews in general are kind of like... If a game works without glitching or bugging too badly, like, most Steam reviews will be positive. And if a game is even mediocre, most reviews will be, like, very positive, so... I don't think the game was overrated. I feel like Very Important X was Civilized Elk, because Very Important X barely commented while Civilized Elk was commenting. Is that correct? I don't want to go through chat too much. Nope, Very Important X did comment while Civilized Elk was commenting, so I don't know who Civilized Elk was supposed to be. I feel like it was still Luxonite. Luxonite is like the deviant in this chat who causes trouble. Um, Zelda did 5 Stages of Grief. I don't even remember that. Was that Majora's Mask or something? I never played Majora's Mask all the way through. I still have to play that one day. I started it, but I hate the beginning of Majora's Mask. I know Majora's Mask is widely beloved, but I hate the beginning of Majora's Mask. It picks up when the moon actually starts being a threat, but like, God, the first portion of that game is really slow, and you have to catch a bunch of shit children and stuff. It was Majora's Mask, I knew it. Yeah, I still have to play it. Maybe one day, if I ever get a capture card, I'll play it because I have it on my Wii, as you know, I have because the Wii has a bunch of Nintendo 64 games through the Wii Shop channel or whatever. But yeah, I have so many games I could potentially play on my Wii for stream if I ever do get a capture card. Like so many games. But yeah, let's see. I'm gonna stop trying to think about how this could work thematically, because I feel like I'm giving it more credit than... I feel like the more I try to think about it, or like, I feel like I would be giving it more thought than the creators did, because I don't think the creators actually gave it that much thought. I feel like they had an idea, and they couldn't bring it to life in a way that actually was good. I'm sorry. The game's really pretty, I'll give them that, but it's just it's mediocre in many ways and completely subpar in other ways. And the ways it excels, other games have honestly done better. Journey was visually more interesting than this game. Shadow of the Colossus was more emotionally evocative than this game. Ico probably too, but I haven't played Ico. Let's go look at the gallery before we go. I can't believe it was the 5 Stages of Grief. I can't believe it. How is this anger? How is this the anger level other than the bird is angry at us? So if the bird was supposed to represent the father's anger, why would the father be angry at the child? Like, was the father angry at his own child for dying? Normally, when you'd be angry at yourself for not saving the kid or something, you know? Like it's like, if the bird actually represents the father's anger, which is the best interpretation I can give it, the father was like a really flawed character, I guess, in a way. He was kind of a jackass, and we clearly didn't explore him at all, so it's like it leaves this weird feeling in your mouth if that's what they want you to go for. The only thing I can really give the game is like, okay, what if you complete an emblem, does it give you anything? No, it's just this is a bad sort of collectible where it's like you just get an emblem for it and that's it. That's really bland. Okay, the keyholes though. The only way, like, if the 7 other keyholes somehow fill in the lore that substantiates the theme of the game, there's no way 7 images would substantiate the theme. No, there's no way. There's no way. Yeah, I take that back. It's just, it doesn't work. How is this anger? Like, because the bird wants to destroy us or whatever? If you were gonna have a bargaining section, you'd think you'd have like some kind of bargaining thing with a bird instead, right? Like, the bird took one of our shiny objects. You'd think maybe you'd have to like give it another shiny object in order to get ours back or something. Like, that's a bargaining thing that's super easy to do. It's a little on the nose. In fact, it's super on the nose, but it's better than having no association at all. That does not look like our player character, by the way, can I just say. Maybe that's an alternate outfit for him. Makes him look way cooler or something. Oh man. Yeah, bargaining. Bargaining with the spirits as well would be a thing you could do, except you don't really bargain with them, you just blast them with light and they go away. And that's it. Did that even... Wait, hold on. What am I feel like some of the concept art represents parts of the game that never even came to fruition. Like, that never happened in the... Like, that's the denial stage. We never got to ride the robot in the denial stage. Ah. I guess that's our reflection in the doorway. I guess that doorway is reflective there? Is that what that is? I'm not even sure what I'm looking at. That seems like another part of the game that didn't happen. Oh, there's a lot of concept art for just that last level. Oh, there's the alternate outfits we could have unlocked. That one on the very left looks a lot like Link's outfit in Wind Waker before you actually get your green clothes. I like the second one from the left, the dark one. That's probably the one I would have worn if I had the choice. Oh, and there's the tower connected to the different worlds, yeah. That's actually kind of cool that we get a map of that. Yeah, I got to ride the robot in the water. It's just, well, it was in the depression level where it was like, it was, you know, like, deep oceanic in color, and it was raining and all that, and we didn't get to ride the robot in a tropical area. It was more like what I was trying to say. Like, it wasn't like, this is clearly a picture of like the first level. It's like the color scheme of the first level. That didn't happen, but we did get to ride the robot. Yes, we didn't have control of it or anything, but we rode it. Yeah, that was RiME. That was RiME. Pretty bummed with the way it went. There was like at least 5 robots, yeah, maybe 6. There was like between 5 and 10 robots, but they kind of just petered out as we went. I'm not sure why. Robots are supposed to be the shape of the keyholes in the concept art, is that right? Let me check again. Yeah, robots are the shape of the keyholes, kinda. That's true. The keyhole motif is kinda neat. I haven't seen that too much in, like, media. It was, whoa, hold on, what is this? Oh, image didn't load. It was kind of more common in, like, I feel like fantasy type stuff a while ago, but it hasn't really, like, it kind of died down as far as how often you see keyhole motifs nowadays. And I haven't really seen it that much in video games for stuff like this, but, like, I don't know, it doesn't, it's cool to have, but it didn't really, like, add too much to the game by having it. I mean, it wasn't, like, as bad as the black turtles in Over the Garden Wall, which were, like, almost a red herring. I feel like the point of the black turtles in Over the Garden Wall were that they were a red herring, because they appear in, like, every context ever. They make the dog evil, but then Auntie Whispers eats them, and she's not evil, and then there's a fish who catches one at the end of Over the Garden Wall, and it doesn't mean anything, and it's like, they're just all over doing their own thing. And there's, like, some people made some wacky theories regarding what they might be, but, like, I feel like they're either a plot concept that was abandoned and just left in, or they were purposefully made to be a red herring. Anyway, I guess I'll play some Enter the Gungeon. I'll do like I'll do a Enter the Gungeon run, I guess, just to stream a little bit longer. But that's it for RiME. That's it for RiME. I don't regret playing it. I definitely don't regret playing it, but that ending sucked.